Today, we're breaking down Bitcoin versus altcoins, why BTC wins long term. Welcome to Bitcoin Bytes HQ, simple Bitcoin explainers. This is educational content only, not financial advice. Let's go. This topic matters because the crypto world is huge and still growing. CoinMarketCap lists tens of thousands of cryptocurrencies, and new ones appear all the time. In fact, the platform tracks millions of coins and tokens created over recent months, even though many are inactive or never gain real adoption. Many projects sound similar. Prices range from fractions of a cent to tens of thousands of dollars, and nearly all of them promise to be faster, better, or more advanced than what came before. So when we say Bitcoin is winning, what do we mean? We don't mean that Bitcoin's price only goes up or that it has the most features. Bitcoin is winning at something more specific. It is winning at being neutral money. It is winning at staying independent, resisting rule changes, and continuing to work the same way year after year, no matter who is using it or what pressures exist around it. Bitcoin is winning in that sense. It's the most stable, most neutral digital money system we have. Some altcoins exist because developers want to experiment with new features or try different governance models, but many others are created mainly to attract attention because a cheap price and big promises can look exciting to beginners. A lot of people gravitate to altcoins because the price is a fraction of a cent. It feels affordable and easy to imagine owning thousands or millions of units. But owning more units doesn't mean you own something fundamentally better. Bitcoin was the first decentralized cryptocurrency ever created. Earlier digital money experiments and cryptographic tools existed, and Bitcoin built on those ideas. However, Bitcoin was the first system to combine them in a way that worked without banks, companies, or a central authority in charge. That combination was the real breakthrough. One of Bitcoin's most important characteristics comes from how it started. Bitcoin launched with no pre-mine, no founder allocation, no company or investors receiving special treatment. Anyone who discovered it early could participate under the same rules. Because of this, some people describe Bitcoin's launch as an immaculate conception. There's nothing mystical about that phrase. It simply means there were no insiders with special privileges, and that kind of launch cannot realistically be repeated today. Bitcoin also operates under a fixed rule set. The supply cap of 21 million coins is enforced by the network itself. Changing that rule would require broad agreement across a decentralized group of participants. Think of it like a shared rule book. If someone tries to change the rules unilaterally, others can refuse and continue playing the original game. The reference software that enforces these rules is called Bitcoin Core. It's the most widely used version of Bitcoin software, and it acts like the official rule book for the network. There are alternatives, but they all follow the same shared rules, because the rules are what matter more than any single software brand. Altcoins often claim similar features. Many advertise supply caps, decentralization, or advanced technology. The truth is, most are created and guided by a founding team, foundation, or company. That group proposes upgrades, sets roadmaps, and coordinates changes. This can allow faster experimentation, but it also means the rules are more flexible and easier to influence. Those differences matter because they help explain why so many people misunderstand altcoins when comparing them to Bitcoin. One common misunderstanding is that altcoins are just earlier or cheaper versions of Bitcoin. When people see coins priced at fractions of a penny, it feels like buying Bitcoin before it got expensive. But price alone doesn't tell you anything about scarcity, control, or long-term reliability. Owning more units doesn't mean you own something fundamentally better or more scarce. Another misconception is that all decentralized networks resist change in the same way. Ethereum is the most widely used altcoin, so its history provides clear examples, but the same ideas applied to many other altcoins too. In 2016, after the DAO hack, the Ethereum community chose to rewrite part of its blockchain history to undo the damage. That decision was supported by many users, but it showed how governance can override the original rules. Then in 2022, the Ethereum merge moved the network from proof of work to proof of stake, reducing energy usage by over 99%. The transition was successful, but it was controversial, especially among miners who lost their livelihoods, and it raised concerns about increased centralization in governance. The difference is that Ethereum can implement major rule changes when its governance stakeholders agree, while Bitcoin requires broad agreement across the whole network, which makes changes much harder and slower. Altcoins also carry risks like rug pulls, where insiders control large portions of the supply and exit once attention peaks. Sometimes these projects arrive suddenly, wrapped in celebrity imagery or political symbolism, promoted heavily, and gone just as fast. Early wallets sell, liquidity disappears, and prices collapse. You've likely seen this pattern play out before. Do any examples come to mind? Bitcoin's fair launch and widely distributed supply make this kind of outcome impossible by design. Security is another important difference. Many altcoins have suffered serious protocol-level hacks or failures that paused networks or erased large amounts of value. Bitcoin's core protocol, however, has never been hacked. It has been running continuously for years, prioritizing stability and verification over rapid change. When I first explored crypto, I assumed the newest or fastest coins would eventually overtake Bitcoin. What I learned is that only a few altcoins have ever briefly outperformed Bitcoin during short hype cycles, and none have maintained that performance over the long term. Over time, Bitcoin dominance often climbs back above 60%. That realization shifted my mental model. I stopped focusing on excitement and started paying attention to which systems people trust to behave predictably over decades. The bigger picture is this. Bitcoin is winning at being boring infrastructure. It's more like digital bedrock than a startup. Other networks may experiment, adapt, or specialize, and some may serve real use cases. But Bitcoin's strength comes from its refusal to bend easily. Its rules are simple, widely understood, and extremely hard to change, which is exactly what makes it reliable. A simple next step is to visit a site like CoinMarketCap and scroll through the thousands of listed coins. Ask yourself what truly makes one network durable over time. Watch how leadership works, how rules change, and how adoption grows without feeling pressured to invest. That's Bitcoin versus altcoins, simplified. If this helped, like, share, and subscribe for more Bitcoin explainers. Drop your biggest takeaway in the comments. I'd love to hear your thoughts. See you in the next one.